Yeah, since today we will not just have like Chinese people here, we still have like Japanese friends here. So I will use English for this session. Yeah, I think that's okay.
Okay.
So today I'm gonna just introduce the story behind Manus. I just assume like most of you people in this morning know what is Manus, and if you haven't tried, I think after this session you should give us a try. It's definitely a very cool product. Yeah. So I may start with my personal background. I'm co-founder of Manus AI, and right now I'm acting our chief product officer here. And actually, I start coding very early years. Like this year I'm 38, and I started coding when I was 9. Yeah, so I coding for 28 years. But actually, I'm a newbie in AI. It's like for most of my career, I spent maybe like 13 years in product design, things like that, but only for those consumer products, like maybe productivity tools, live broadcasting platform, things like that. So for the AI, actually, I'm a newbie. I just joined this industry like 2 years ago. After ChatGPT, I started to learn what is AI, how can we implement the AI with product design for consumer products. And 2 years ago, when I joined this industry, my dream is that I want to build a product that can influence for a single user 24 hours. Yeah, I think it may sound crazy because, even maybe just 3 months ago, before Manus, I think ChatGPT is so popular, right? But if you look at your own ChatGPT history, you may find that maybe you only have like maybe 3 or 5 questions per day. And each question maybe consume only 10 seconds or 20 seconds of GPU time. Yeah, so combined together, maybe you just consume 1 minute of GPU time per day. But my dream is that I want to build a product that you will consume 24 hours of GPU time just for you. Yeah, so that is my dream 2 years ago. And right now, I'm very confident to say that at the end of this year, I think I will achieve my dream. Yeah, so I just want to share the story. So I think the first problem is, what is Manus? After we released Manus, I spent like 22 days in United States. And even in United States, it's very hard for Americans to understand this word because, Manus is not exactly an English word. It's actually a Latin word. It comes from MIT's motto, which is mens et manus, which means in English, man and hand. Why we choose this name is because we think for the past 2 years, the frontier LLMs models like GPT, Gemini, and Anthropic's cloud models, they're super smart. And I think it may sound conservative to say they are smarter than 99% of humans. Because, in my view, I think LLMs are already smarter than all of humans. Yeah, so we have a very smart brain, very smart mind. But the problem, what is the problem? The problem is, as a human, we can't just use our brain to make impact into the physical world. You have to use your hand, You have to use your hand. So combined with the hand and the man, you can finally make impact into the real world. Like, I mentioned earlier, I started coding when I was 9, and that is like 1996 in China. Yeah, at that time, our family, and most of the families in China can't afford a computer in each family, So I only have like 2 chances to go to my primary school's computer room to practice my coding skills. So at that time, I was the best in the class for coding. Yeah, but even as the best of class, but if I can't go to the computer room, I can only use a pen and a paper to write code on the paper. But if I can't go to the computer room, I don't know if the code is right. I have to use the real computer to debug, to testing, to iterate, and then I can get the code right. Yeah. So I think that is the problem. Is that for the whole past 2 years, this is what we have done to the LLMs. LLM is already a PhD level intelligence, but you never give it a computer. You never give it a full environment to release its potential. You just give the LLMs a pen and a paper, and you ask it to solve very complex problems for humans. So we think that's a problem. And that's why we think Manus's mission is to build the hand for LLMs. Yeah. So that's why we choose this name, Manus, which means hand in Latin. Yeah. And the second topic is about why we want to build this thing in the first place, Yeah, like maybe 3 months ago before we released Manus, and 8 months ago when we started to working on this project, it's not a very common sense to build something like this. So how did we come up with the idea about the general agent thing? Yeah. So I just want to share you the story. It is very interesting. Yeah. So our company's name, Manus is our second product. Our company's name is Butterfly Effect. And actually, Manus is not our first product. Yeah. Our first product is Monica.im. Yeah. And, I think maybe in today's rule, maybe more than half of you are Chinese, right? But Monica.im actually is very popular in Japan too. Yeah. Japan is our second biggest market for Monica.im. So maybe some of Japanese friends in today's room maybe Monica's users. Yeah. So what is Monica? What did Monica do? Yeah. Actually, this product just started 1 week before ChatGPT. Yeah. At that time, our CEO Red, he randomly found the GPT-3's website. And he said, okay, GPT-3 is actually cool. Maybe he should build something on the GPT-3. But it took him 1 week to think what kind of tools he should build. After 1 week, ChatGPT came out. So there's no reason you should build something else. But at that time, Red decided not to just build another chatbot like ChatGPT. Because, actually you can't compete ChatGPT with ChatGPT. So we did some research, and we were also using ChatGPT ourselves. We found there's a major issue, a very big problem, is that when you are using ChatGPT, even in nowadays, it's such a pain that you have to copy paste back and forth between ChatGPT and other apps, right? You have to copy something from browser, copy something from Excel, and paste it to ChatGPT and get the answer, and copy paste back to the app you are using. So that's really a pain. So Monica.im is actually a Chrome browser extension that can integrate the LLM's power, AI's power, just inside your web pages. It's like when you are watching a video on YouTube, you can just press a button and you can just summarize this whole video, get the transcripts. And when you are reading a paper on Oxford, you can just click a button to get an explanation of this paper or get the translation of this paper. Or maybe you are drafting an email in Gmail. You can just leverage AI's power to draft the email for you. I think maybe it's not very cool in nowadays, but we implemented the Gmail integration with ChatGPT 1 year before Google Gemini did the same in their own product. So Monica.im is kind of hundreds of different integration with different websites. So you can just leverage the AI's power just inside your browser. You don't have to, switch in between different apps. So that's what Monica is doing. And actually, Monica is kind of a success because, we are best in our category. We have 20 million users, and it's generating 50 million ARR right now, and it's still growing. And, for the whole management team, we only take maybe 1 or 2 hours per week on this product, but it's still growing. Yeah. But, even it's successful, but it's a Chrome browser extension. These 3 words, each of them, just lower the ceiling for us because not everyone is using Chrome. Not everyone is only using browser for their work. And when you talk about the extension, I think for many average users, they never understand what is an extension. They even know their browser can install an extension. So, this market ceiling is not very high. So in our company, we are always asking the question for the past 2 years is about what is the next ChatGPT moment? Yeah, we think, ChatGPT is actually very cool. It just defines how humans should interact with LLM. Yeah, it's a cool concept. That's why for the whole past 2 years, the whole industry just focus on different chatbots. Yeah, chatbot for legal. Yeah, chatbot for medicine. Chatbot for everything, right? I think it's a really good concept to build AI products. But we think it is not the final form. Why is that? It's because, at the bottom of my heart, I really don't believe the motivation and the capability for humans to ask a question. To ask a question is a very, very hard thing for humans. We run the multi-cut OM for more than 2 years. So we kind of know the user behavior, It's like for most of the users, they only have, on an average basis, they only have one question per day for most of the users. And for some heavy users, when you say heavy user, it's like maybe that's just 1% of the whole user base. This is the heavy user. And they only have 5 questions per day. This is a heavy user, 5 questions per day. So, it's really hard for humans to have the motivation and have the capability to ask the question. And that, just cause some problems. Not problems for users, but also problems for AI startups. Why is that? It's because it limits the true potential of LLMs. It's like LLMs is already a very, very smart person, very, very smart band. But if you are using chatbot as your interface, your product's value just limited by your user, not by your product design, not by your whole thing. It's limited by your user. If your user know how to ask a question, or they have many questions a day, then they can feel your value. If they don't have questions at all, or they don't know how to ask the right question, or how to ask the following up questions, they can't get your product's value. That is a big problem. It's like we've already have a very advanced intelligence, but we just limited the potential with a chatbot. So we're trying to fix this problem. Yeah. And, because we are very successful in browser extension industry, so it's very easy for us to come up with the idea, not Manus, is we should build an AI browser. Yeah, because we are building browser extension, So from last March, not this year's March, last March, we spent like 7 months on the, on the AI browser project. It took us 7 months from last March to last October. And actually, at that time, in my company, we only have like 40 people. And we put 20 people on this project. That's a lot for us, for a small startup like us. But, after 7 months of work, we decided not to release this product. Even it's already release ready. We even made some promotional video for it. Yeah. And we think this product is kind of cool. Yeah, if we release it, we maybe get some attention. But we decided not to release it because, after 7 months of work, when I am the creator of the AI browser, when I sitting before my computer, I find I don't want to use this word, but, actually it's a very stupid experience. Why is that? It's like, when AI starts to controlling your browser, you can't do anything. You have to keep your hands off the keyboard because any movement to the computer will break the AI process. And when you keep your hands off the computer, but in the meantime, you have to keep your eyes to the screen because you don't know when AI will finish its job. So the whole experience is kind of weird. It's like keep your hands off, but staring into it. Yeah. So when I'm the user, I use it every day. I find, okay, this is not the experience we want to deliver to the market. So after 7 months of work, we decided to sunset that project. And during the AI browser project time, something very big happened last year, in last July, which is, Cursor. And the Cursor actually inspired us a lot about, what we should do next. Why Cursor inspired us a lot is because, for Pig, Red, and I, we are all coders. When we are using Cursor, we think Cursor is kind of like very, very cool product. Yeah, it can speed up our efficiency for coding. But this is not the most interesting part. The most interesting part is watching our friends, our colleagues who are long coders, long programmers, when they are using Cursor to solve their daily tasks, like data visualization, like maybe batch file processing, convert a video file into an audio file using Cursor, because they are long coders. So when they are using Cursor, this is an interface of Cursor, When they are using Cursor, you will find they don't care about the left side because they don't know coding. So the only thing they can do is keep click the accept button, accept, right? So we thought it's very interesting for 2 things. One is that people are using a coding tool to solve their daily tasks. Yeah, so, coding is actually a very good tool to solve daily tasks. And the second thing is code is not their ultimate goal. They are just using code as an intermediate step to solve their task. So they don't care about the code. Like for us, if we are using Cursor, we will save the code for the next time. But they don't save the code at all. Next time, if they have the same task, they will just run the prompt again and get another code. So at that time, we kind of have the idea when we combine the learnings from our AI browser is that, you shouldn't let the AI to control your browser. Yeah, AI is very good at browsing, but AI should use its own browser in the cloud. And combining the learning from Cursor is that maybe we should build the right side of Cursor and then running in the cloud. So combine all these knowledges, learnings from our AI browser project and the Cursor. We kind of have the idea. Yeah, it's like we should build the right panel of Cursor and running in the cloud. Let the AI to have its own virtual machine in the cloud. So you can just assign a task to Manus, and you can just leave. You can just close your computer. You can put your phone back to your pocket. You can do your own thing. And after the task is done, it will give you a notification, and you will see the next. And the last topic is about, when we decided to build Manus and how we build it. Yeah, because today, we are like so limited time. So I will not explain a lot for this topic, but I will just mention one sentence, which is less structure, more intelligence. When we released Manus on 5th of March, I put this sentence at the bottom of our official website. You can still find it there. Yeah, less structure, more intelligence. Why we think this concept is very important? It's because, before Manus, there are so many different agents. Yeah, but we think they are all just limit the potential of LLMs because they have so much control. Yeah, they have like so much structure for the LLMs, like this multi-role agent system, their predefined workflow agent system. That is how humans work. Yeah, it's like if you are using multi-role agent system, you will see so many agent framework like this. It's like you will have like maybe a coding agent, search agent, research agent, different agents. But that is how humans work because we are limited by our brain's capacity and context. So we have to split the roles into different roles. But AI is actually very good at handle long context and the different verticals of different tasks. So do not limit the LLMs by our humans. And also, we use 0 predefined workflows in the whole system. So the whole Manus system is just like a giant agentic loop. And the agent will just predict the next action. The action will be performed in the virtual machine. And the virtual machine will return an observation to the agent system. So this is just a very simple structure. But you know, sometimes the simplest structure may be the hardest structure to build. So I think why Manus just went so viral and get a lot of voices around the world. At the bottom of this whole thing is this concept, less structure, more intelligence. Yeah. So I think, you know, I think I've already passed my time. So that is my sharing today for the story behind Manus. Hope you like it.